what all could potentially go wrong, given the fact that this is a trial, and we were reading some research which says if 100 vaccines go into trial, at the end there's one that gets approval from the drug regulators. What all could potentially go wrong from here till the time you get final sanction to actually roll out this vaccine internationally?
Well, I think the major challenge is being able to prove that the vaccine works. And here in the UK at the moment, we had a prolonged period of lockdown and have really suppressed the number of cases. So that makes it much more difficult to demonstrate protection. If there's no virus being transmitted in the community, it's quite hard to show protection. But that's why we have trial sites all around the UK and elsewhere to try to make sure that we don't have the risk of just failing to demonstrate the result that we're all after. But I think, as you were just hearing, the upscaling of manufacturing to the huge numbers of doses that are needed to protect people all around the planet is an enormous challenge. It's never been done before on the scale that we're talking about, with potentially having billions of doses available within less than a year. And I think that is a major challenge technically to do that really heavy lift to make so many doses and to get the process right to allow that to be the end result of these efforts that are going on at Serum Institute of India, as well as with other manufacturing facilities around the world.
Now, the one question, Professor Pollard, everybody has when they hear about the vaccine trial being expedited in this fashion is the possibility of side effects. Ordinarily, it takes up to a decade and a half to get approval for a vaccine. Now, we are rushing this process through. The virus only started spreading globally in the early part of the year. By the end of the year, if you actually have a vaccine, which means a process that takes 15 years has been condensed into one, would we know enough about long-term risk? How do we know that this vaccine, even if it looks safe at this moment, will not have any deleterious effects on our bodies going forward?
Although we've been expediting this process because of the urgency of a pandemic, there haven't been any shortcuts. So the quality of the product is looked at in exactly the same way, and the clinical trials are conducted with the same scrutiny that they would be in normal times, with independent safety reviews that are happening very frequently, as well as regulatory oversight of all of the work that we're doing. And I think to that extent, the process that is being undertaken is not really different. It is just happening at an accelerated pace. And I think the one issue, and you raised that, is that we don't have long-term data from even small numbers of individuals, because in a pandemic you don't have time for that. I think, though, that we do have one particular advantage in that this type of vaccine has been used quite widely before. So this vaccine is based on viral vector, and for example, 2 of the above vaccines use viral vectors, both of which are licensed here in Europe. And so I think, though there are definitely, it's important to continue to monitor safety both now and in the longer run. We have enough confidence that this is the right direction of travel at the moment whilst we're doing that, because of the past experiences of these types of vaccines.
So, this vaccine project is being called the Covishield. Can you give us some details about this, and how does this, in your view, compare with Covaxin, which is the other big project in which an Indian company, Bharat Biotech, is involved? So how does your effort compare and contrast with what Dr. Ella and his team at Bharat Biotech are doing?
Well, I think they've taken a virus to inactivate it, and they've explained their process, and they're getting into phase 1, and they will also conduct all the trials and phases that we're all going to do. We've got 5 different candidates, 2 of them inbuilt from Serum Institute with different brand names that we'll announce as they come closer to a phase 3. Covishield is the brand and the product that we're exclusively making for Oxford and AstraZeneca. So that's going to be the first one to market. And then we've got the one from Novavax and many other companies as well. So Covishield is the first COVID-19 vaccine that we hope to launch if the trials are successful both in the UK and in India.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kanwal here. Hope you enjoyed this video.
For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.